Hello and welcome to episode 108 of the Fools on a Hill podcast. I'm Cal. I'm joined by Yanni and Liam as always. Hello.
Hello.
Good to be back. Feels nice doing it the week after the last episode.
Wow.
That doesn't happen anymore. Anything we would like to mention before we
We
get
just
straight
have to
on up
listen to our intro jingle about 50 million times before starting this recording.
Some
So
technical difficulties.
we're going to have to pick up this energy, I think.
Energy's there. I'm pumped. All them
loose.
gongs have woken me up.
So ready for the gong. Speaking of
Ready for
gongs,
you.
Gong off,
Wow.
boys. Let's get your gongs out. We're here. We're gonna gong, suck it and see. I'll gong you two in a minute. Oh, I don't like the word gong anymore. Starting to feel. Starting to
Oh,
feel
nice
use the
one.
word rank, because that's what it is. We're going to be ranking the tracks of Suck It and See.
But we're nearly at the end, guys.
We're nearly there.
3
If
albums
you've
after
not
this
watched
one.
the other ones, then go watch them because they're all up on the tubes. That is you. And we've done a pretty good job so far. So let's hope we can continue that trend in just being the best triplet alive.
There's been no better trios ever in the history. In fact, let's try and think of some trios. I can't think of any. Crosby,
go
Stills,
then.
and Nash.
You're missing out Young
Yeah,
there as
you are
well.
missing
I mean,
out.
I know
there
they
was
were
well, that's
Yeah, I
you know,
know.
I'm specifically talking about when they were a trio
Yo.
because that makes sense.
Charlie, Mack, and Dennis.
Oh fuck!
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, so we're second best.
Meat and two veg.
Is that a trio?
Well, two veg, isn't it?
Yeah, but what about with what the veg come as a duo? If you have a single act in a duo,
Trust me, Liam. Cal's
Where are ya?
edge. Cover a duo.
Yeah, separate
Oh.
entities.
suck it and see.
Suck It and See, eh? Hey.
You never know. Let's get straight in with "Please Stop Hitting My Screen Bean." Love that Arctic Monkey song.
That's my favourite. Is that B-side?
She's Thunderstorms.
Is she?
To be honest with you lads, you alright, Liam?
This beer's been sat up here for about 40 minutes,
This bit has
Yeah.
been a setup bit.
and yet it fizzes everywhere. Crack on.
Good time.
Back on.
She's Thunderstorms. I was going to say that after the high that was Humbug last week, I'm feeling like it's going to be a lot of crowded space at the bottom.
Yeah, it's quite underwhelming, this, isn't it?
Yes.
But I love Suck It and See, so that's strange.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to be in the
Um,
mood for Suck It and See. It's a good sunny day album.
Yeah.
And it's probably this and the debut. Oh, and AM I put on the least. If I'm being honest.
Suck it and see is one that like every so often I'm like, oh, I fancy it a suck it and see, but I'm not always quite impressed with. It doesn't always match my expectations.
Yeah, there's a lot
Um,
of songs that are very skippable for me, unfortunately.
But also, there's songs
Uh,
that parts of this that are like, oh, this is my favourite part of Arctic Monkeys, so it's a strange one. Strange. One.
She's Thunderstorms. Put it in 5 to 8 for now, I reckon.
Is that where
that's a
it's
solid-
going, is it?
Just for now.
Okay.
We need to get the
yeah.
ball
I'm
rolling.
gonna be
We're
honest,
dragging
guys.
on
I
this.
didn't listen to this before this.
Neither
No,
did I.
never did I.
Oh,
We've
okay.
heard Arctic Monkeys before,
Yeah.
so.
I have a few times.
Have you?
Black Treacle. I'd put this 9 to 11. Easy.
Yeah, same.
I was about to say 12, but then I remember there's another song on this album, which that's a
Hmm.
bad start. That we're already,
Yeah.
got 2 12s.
Oh, I really
um,
like Black Treacle.
I feel like that is the common, that is the consensus, but I'm not really that asked about Black Treacle at all.
Me neither. I've seen a lot online of people being big fans of Black Treacle, and it's fine. I like the chorus, and it's getting dark, but that's
Uncanny.
about it. The verses don't do anything. The bass is really good in the verses, but otherwise, nah.
Nada.
None of that, mate.
9 to 11, yeah.
Carl, give us your piece.
Show us your piece, Carl.
Give me
What are you working with?
Go on.
I don't know. I really like this song, and I think 5 to 8 is an absolute minimum for me.
Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? Brick by brick. Dead last.
Dead
Yeah.
last. Bottom
last.
of the pile.
So,
Thank you.
Just
Moving
not
on.
great.
Hellcat Spangled is 2 to 4 easily.
It's potential for a 1-less.
It's up
Potential,
there.
but I know
It's
where
certainly
Yanni's
up.
going, and I think I'm agreeing with him. So yeah, put 2 to 4 for now.
Beep, beep, beep,
And I
beep.
say for now, it's not going to move. But what a song! This
Yeah, really great.
this is the most iconic one of this album for me.
Mhm.
This reminds me of being in school.
Yep.
The rest don't really resonate with me in that way.
This
But
reminds me of you, this song.
Ah,
Specifically you, because I feel like we were maybe walking back on the PE fields and we were talking about this song.
yeah, sounds like something we
Get
could
over
talk about.
yourselves. It really
Sorry, I
reminds
know
me.
you guys have known each other since primary school.
Birth.
Sorry.
We
But yeah, this does make me feel young.
It reminds me of a specific summer. I couldn't tell you which one that is, but like it just felt like the soundtrack of the summer. Whichever, probably between like year. Oh, what does the math say? Between 9 and 10, maybe.
What?
Between years 9 and 10. The summer between. But yeah, absolute great song. Fantastic.
Fantastic. Right, I really like Don't Sit Down, Smooth Chair.
Objectively, though,
It's one that if I listen to this album, I tend to if I'm playing guitar, I tend to play this one. Like if I'm going through like Arctic Monkey songs, I'll tend to whack this one. And I've never really grown sick of it, even though I feel like it's one of those that I definitely should have, but I just never have.
I think this is one that they could quite easily bin off live. I don't think it does anything live anymore. Trixie, off. But yeah, I mean the studio version. It is a good song, and I do like it. But I also could kind of do without it.
I'm not sure. You know, you've both made me think about this song in ways I've not thought about in a while.
I mean, like I'd put it in 5 to 8 personally, but like if you wanted to argue it for lower, then I could sort of see why. But I just personally, I think it's 5 to 8.
I think 5 to 8. I can see there might not.
I can imagine
stick
it
there.
moving down.
But
Yeah, I completely agree. I think 5 to 8 for now, but it's going down.
That's
Right.
a bit too. It's a bit too harsh to say, Carl. In my opinion.
Although
I agree with you.
Going to go down.
Just don't say it. Library pictures.
This
9
is
to
on the
11.
same.
I
No.
absolutely loved this when I was in school.
This is the same level as Don't Sit Down for me. Well, slightly better than Don't Sit Down actually. I really like this one.
I loved it when I was in school, but I just don't know if I care anymore.
Yeah. I only really like the slowed down part. And that's
do you?
because Humbug's the best album, and that sounds a bit like Humbug. But like the rest of it is just a bit repetitive, and it's like one of those songs that when you first hear it, like, wow, this is cool, but it doesn't have much replayability.
Absolutely.
I don't think.
I completely agree with you.
I
there, my
can't
friend.
say the same thing because I listen to this one a lot, but I can see where you're coming from with that point. So,
Wow.
if you want to put it 9 to 11, something needs to go there.
There we go.
I mean, I'd put it in 5 to 8 along with Don't Sit Down, but
Same.
Right, listen, we'll put it in 5 to 8. We'll put it in 5. It
Okay.
can move.
okay.
It can move. We don't want to tie ourselves up too much, do we?
No, we don't. I don't want to be tied up.
All my own
Not without a safe word. I
All
don't
my
know.
own songs.
It's a weird one for me, this, because I never listen to it really, but every time I do and I finish it, I'm like, fuck, that was a really good song.
Yeah.
This is one of the better ones on the album, in my opinion.
And it's the one that's most humbucky, in my opinion.
It's pretty humbuggy. It's definitely the one. I remember when we talked about Humbug, there was a song that both you and I agreed on. Yanni, I can't remember which one it was, that we were like, it's not one you think of, and then once it plays, like you've just said, sorry. And I agree that this is also the song on this album. That's the point I was getting at.
Okay.
It's I would
Beautiful.
never really think of it, and the way it starts isn't very like, doesn't draw me in really until it gets into it. I don't know what I'm really trying to say here, but it's
I love
it's a
guitar
black
tones in this as
sheep
well.
of the album.
Yes. The little like guitar, that sound as well is really nice.
And a much more
This-
open chorus where it like becomes a
Yeah.
lot more kind of like the vibe of Sucker and Sea, the desert sort of feel. It's pretty cool.
I think this feels the most like the B-sides on the album.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
arguably, quite a lot of those B-sides could and probably should have been on this
Oh,
album.
absolutely.
Blonde Sonic Shimmer Trap, anybody?
100%.
Got a
You can
job on
watch
now, Cam.
our Suck It to See B-sides video. We like that one.
We can't yet. It's not actually. It's on an episode. I'll link to the episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do that. All My Own Stunts, I think, is a solid 2 to 4.
Yes, put it there.
Fair. Can't disagree with that.
Yeah. Reckless Serenades, boys.
Reckless Serenade.
One that I don't really care for, if I'm honest.
I think I kind of feel a bit like you did with All My Own Stunts, where I don't really listen to it, but when I do, I enjoy it. But that doesn't make me really go back to it much either. I wouldn't ever seek this song out unless I was listening to Suck It and See.
It just feels a lot like a song that was written for the sake of having this many songs on the album. Like they needed to fill a quota of songs, and this was done.
Oh no.
It seems just very simple.
Yanni.
I like the lyrics. The lyrics are very good.
That chorus. Like this album's really good, I think, for the verse to chorus juxto. You know, I feel like they've got some great moments of rolling from a verse into a chorus, and I think this is one of them. I think this to me is easy 2 to 4, personally. I'm a big fan of this song.
Damn.
Well, 5 to 8 by
math.
reckoning then.
By math.
5 to 8, yeah.
Alright then, we'll go there, eh? Pile Driver Waltz.
Now,
I might have the same thought as Carl.
I just do prefer the submarine version.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that kind of makes me never listen to this song. I even sometimes skip it when I'm listening to Suck It and See.
I never do that.
Fucking wild.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a step too far.
That is
You've
wild.
overstepped the line there.
My man didn't even say that for Brick by Brick.
I don't know. Just sometimes I don't know.
It's definitely one of the best parts of this album. If you take away the fact that it's obviously the better version is part of the Submarine soundtrack, this is definitely one of the high points. Definite, 2 to 4.
It's definite.
What?
2 to 4.
I wouldn't. I think I'd put Reckless Serenade over it.
Nah,
I think
you're mad.
I don't know. I don't think it's a 2 to 4. But the song
Crazy.
itself is fantastic.
I could allow
No,
it
I
being
do
2 to
kinda
4,
need
but I
to-
just don't quite agree with it.
I do. Yeah, I kind of need to get rid of the submarine version out of my head.
Yeah,
And if I'd never heard that, I would love this song.
we're talking in terms of the album, so forget outsides.
Yeah.
I don't think this is like top 4 best songs on the album.
You really don't.
No, but I also don't know what should be there.
I don't think it's
Fucking
What was that?
I think for me it would be like.
top of the cupboards.
I think for me it would be like 5th best song.
I would say this is in the top 4.
I'd
that's
say
why
this
I said 2 to 4 already.
I'd
Sorry,
say
that
this
was
would
a
be
shit
5 to 8.
Let's put it into 5.
Personally.
Let's make it hard for ourselves in a bit.
Okay. No more comments. Love is a laser quest. Pew 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 pew.
Again, this is kind of one that I loved when I was younger,
Hmm.
and I'm just not really that asked about it now.
It's these ones.
Yeah,
It's
same.
this, Pile Drive Waltz, Reckless Serenade, Hellcat Spangled that are the ones that really are Suck It and See for me. You know, the memory, the
I know what you mean.
nostalgia, the
Jangly guitar,
nostalgia
slow
of
it down.
Suck It and See. Yeah,
bass.
it's what makes this album different to all the rest. And yeah, it's kind of hard to separate that. So like, when I listen to it now, it's a very pleasant song. Is it that exciting in any kind
No.
of aspect? Like the lyrics are very nice, but
Yeah, I like I like when he did the live version of this for KXP, because that obviously makes the lyrics stand out more because it's just him and the guitar. But in terms of like the whole song, just very one note for me. And if it was out of those 4 that you just said there that are Suck It and See, Hellcat and Pile are top for me, and then it'd be then it would be Reckless, and then this, I think.
Yeah, I don't think I can. I the song itself, Pile Driver Waltz. Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think this is. Fuck me. I don't think this is better than the ones that are potentially going to go down into 9 to 11. So I think by that regard, it probably should be 9 to 11.
I don't know.
This is more interesting to me than. Sorry, this is less interesting to me than every other song we've got in 5 to 8 right now.
I do have quite a nostalgia feeling towards this one though, because this was like the first riff I could play and sing at the same time.
Take that out of it, Cal.
Yeah, but I'm still being quite negative about it. I think it should be 9 to 11 personally, based on how it stood the test of time. In that it hasn't really.
I'm just looking there and thinking I would put 2 other songs in a 5 to 8 down over this one.
And what are they?
Would that be Library Pictures and Dumbs It Down?
No, probably She's from the Storms.
That's not happening.
But I also, let me just, I know we don't really do this, but Suck It and See up next, I would probably also put in 9 to 11. I know those numbers don't add up, but you know what I'm trying to say. I'd probably keep She's from the Storms.
I don't know.
Right, put Pile Driver Waltz in 2 to 4 because that's probably where it's going to end up. I will submit to you both.
Well, I don't know if I agree with that.
It's me that has that very strong opinion.
Is this your 2 to 4, Yanni? Them 2 and Pile Driver Waltz?
Absolutely.
Easy, not even dumped it down.
No question. No, easy. Pile Driver is better than everything else in 5 to 8 for me right now.
Can I just put this here for a second? Can we just talk about Suck It and See?
Because we can't stop you.
Can we just talk about the other 2 and then I feel like it's gonna we can circle back. So like I say, Suck It and See for me, 9 to 11. I don't care that much, right? I don't not like it. I just don't care for it.
I think again, it's a very good chorus, and it's just a great pop song. It is.
There's more to this than some of the other ones that we've got in 5 to 8.
I do love the bridge in this as well.
I think for me, this is a comfortable 5 to 8.
Yeah.
There's so many 5 to 8s.
It's
quite a mid album then, isn't it?
Mid-brew.
Right, let's be real. That's where you're wrong. Number 1.
Yeah, please. Everything in my body needs that to happen.
That's true.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
The only one I would argue is the Hellcat Spangled, and I do prefer That's Where You're Wrong, I think.
On any other day, apart from every day when the Jeweler's Hand is number 1, this is my number 1.
Wow.
It's Jeweler's Hand and this, and I think they're like quite the opposites of each other. They're very day and night.
2 closers.
Exactly.
I don't really know if I would personally put this number 1, but I can't really. I'm also not mad at it. So, but then again, I don't know what I would put at number 1. This is a tough.
I genuinely think Hellcat would be the only one to knock it off his perch. In my opinion.
I'm a big fan of All My Own Stunts.
Yeah, so am I, but I don't think it's the best.
I think Hellcat All My Own Stunts are number 1 for me personally. So I'll be fine
with that.
Well,
then by that reckoning, should Hellcat be number 1?
Drama.
Because
I prefer not to speak.
If I was going to put one on now, out of them 2, I'd probably put Hellcat on.
Well, to say a very pointless statement, I'd put That's Where You're Wrong on.
I would put Hellcat on. Mate, I was happy to. I'm sorry, Yanni. I was happy to accept That's Where You're Wrong as number 1.
Apologise to me.
I feel sorry for you. I'm not apologising to you.
Why?
Because I know how much you love the song.
All right.
And I do think it's great.
It's democracy,
yeah, I think Hellcat.
Yeah,
I think Hellcat should be top of the list.
Swapper.
I'll put it in second for
fucking
you.
swap it.
I'll put it in second for you.
Well, that's definitely not second, is it?
We
go-
you're right. Sorry, I just
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So, out of is there one after Love's a Laser Quest in 5 to 8?
Yes.
Or is that
Yeah,
like-
suck it and see.
Suck it.
Oh,
Put Pile Driver in 2 to 4 for the love of God.
as a song, yeah. This version probably not, but as a song, I'll put my bias aside. I'd be happy with that in 2 to 4.
I'm getting no support for Reckless Serenade, am I?
No.
Okay, apologize.
I do like the song a lot, but it's yeah. And then 2 have got to go down now.
Probably She's from the Storms. And
No.
Library Pictures.
No.
Or Suck It and
No.
See. We clearly
To be
all like
honest-
different things in this album. Which is
Yeah,
interesting.
I like the heavier, more rocking. side of it.
That's not what I want from this album. Yeah, I think that's where
I
that's where the
agree.
difference is.
I think the 2 I'd probably put down would be Don't Sit Down and Library Pictures, which I know Yanni is going to gasp at now.
I'd definitely be fine with Library Pictures. Going down.
At the same time, though, depending on the day, I love those 2. How is this album getting more difficult?
Is it going to be easier to
difficulty ranking than
try and
Humbug?
move them up?
Well,
Which
you've
3
done that
go
now,
up?
yeah.
I don't know. I'm just
Um,
trying to think of enough
I
ways to
can't
visualize
see
it.
everything now. What's on the end of
The
it?
last one's Black Treacle. That's staying down.
Oh yeah, that's staying there.
I think
Suck
She's
It and See.
Thunderstorms definitely does. Suck It and See.
You think Suck and See is what? Goes up?
Oh.
Move it. Yeah.
As
And-
does She's Thunderstorms.
Yeah, as does She's Thunderstorms.
Oh, fuck, mate. It's just, I wish I hadn't done this.
And Reckless Serenade.
Yeah. If me and Carl agree on the 2 that we just said there, then I think they need to just go up.
That's what you
And then
say.
we-
Yeah. Yeah.
We need one more. Don't Sit
Um,
Down probably.
Hang on,
deserves
what's
to
going on
go
the
I'd
maps
say.
here?
Well, 5, 6, 7, 8, mate.
5, 6. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Good point. I didn't realise that.
I'd probably say Don't Sit Down deserves to go up. Because it is a great song.
I prefer
Um,
Love's a Laser Quest to Don't Sit Down. But then again, I wouldn't have Suck and See and She's from the Storm, so I don't really know where I am in this conversation.
I'd
Son
probably
of a
have-
bitch, that's what you are.
I was just to be really annoying. I'd probably have Library. So
Should we leave it at that? Change the tiers.
No, we have to deal with it.
Let's just put Black Treacle in there for a giggle.
no, absolutely not.
I think he's both sleeping on Black Treacle.
No, it's been given more than enough opportunity to make itself better.
Do you know what, actually? Maybe it is Black Treacle. Maybe
Black Treacle's
maybe
great.
now I'm thinking
I
about
would
it, Black
never.
Treacle's.
I would never have that in 9 to 11. Never.
I'm thinking that for me, I maybe do prefer Black Treacle to Library Pictures and Don't Sit Down. I think Love's Laser Quest is number 1 on that bottom list for
I've
me.
just heard the Sundance Kid behind the synthesizer line.
Yes,
So yeah, put it up.
that's
up, please.
exactly the point
Yeah, 5 to 8.
where I heard and thought, this is an alright song,
5 to 8.
actually. Okay, that was easy.
Yeah, there you go. Sorted.
I don't love that 5 to 8, but yeah, it's fair enough, I suppose.
It is what it is.
I think that's quite a good order as well. I probably put Don't Sit Down higher, but we move.
I wouldn't. Even though I initially said
Let's
to,
not do individual orders here. That's
but I wouldn't.
Nah.
fine. I think it's going to be too hard to try and order this properly.
How is
Well-
that more difficult than Humbug? Honest to God.
Oh, because we're kind of not.
4 songs.
We all like different things about this rather than we all like all the songs. Do you know what I mean? So there's more for us to argue about rather than which one's better.
One thing I know for sure, it's not made me want to listen to Suck It and See.
Yeah, I feel like I've just skipping
Not
through
right
the
now,
songs while we've been doing this. I'm alright with Suck and See. That's fulfilled
Yeah,
the
it's
quota for
not-
now.
Not a Suck It and See time.
At one point, I think I would have said it was.
Your favourite.
Probably not, but maybe second favourite. But it's fully, it doesn't seem to have stood the test of time, does it?
Test time. Are we doing AM next, or are we giving up now?
Oh.
Yeah, we'll carry on.
I thought we'd give up now.
We're going right to the end. The car is going to be fun. Yeah.
Oh, fucking. Can we have, like, everything in 12? Not everything. That was no exaggeration.
Grow up, Yanni.
Be high.
You know I'm going to be a fucking pain in the arse during Tranquility Base, don't you?
Yes.
Well, we all know what's going to be number 1, so it's fine.
Yeah. And that is, she looks like fun. She looks like fun. So yeah, if you enjoyed that rank, then check out the others, like we said.
The energy is palpable.
Energy group. Right, what are we on to next?
We are on to the news. There has been an update. Was that Pearl and Dean you were doing?
It was pretty close. Have you ever heard the joke that it's like...
oh yeah, it's funny.
My grandparents are called Pearl and Dean, but I call them Grandma and Gran.
Yeah.
Love that one. Classic.
Classic.
Good on. There's been an update in the Easy Life situation
that
has happened this evening.
It's soaring. It's taken
and
off.
They're basically stopping being Easy Life. They're doing their final gig on Friday the 13th in 3 days at Coco in London, I think is what it's called. Yeah, they made a joke about it being fitting that it's Friday the 13th.
Why is that?
Yeah, but I don't know.
No, explain.
I didn't write the joke. Because it's been a bit of a nightmare of a situation.
No, that's Nightmare on Elm Street, mate.
Halloween, no, innit? It's not Halloween.
No, that's not Halloween either. That's Mike Myers.
No, it's
Let him get to the
Come
point.
on. Crack on.
And yeah, so they're doing their thing. They're probably going to just change the name. Although the post that they put out was quite ambiguous.
Is there a poster show?
Sorry?
Oh, hurry up. Go on. Tell us.
Oh yeah, Liam, are you googling the? Are you looking at the thing?
I'll bring it. It's on Twitter.
Why not? I enjoyed that last week.
Oh,
It was
did
good for the
we?
show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give us a mo, guys. Oh, that's not right.
God. Honestly, I hear that in my sleep.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it.
Suck a dick.
Whoa.
Oh, Neil.
Oh, I don't understand what the situation is here, guys. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna know what's going to happen to them by the
oh.
time you fucking got it up.
We've got 20 plus notifications on Twitter. Everyone will be happy to see that. So
It's not interaction, so it's fine.
there's a picture of him. He's life, also known as Pretty Shit Life at the moment. Sadly, we've realised there are no good options available to us in the situation we find ourselves in. We have no power to fight this.
You don't need to read it word for word.
Well, it's there, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's more replies. Essentially, it's David vs Goliath. For the last time, tickets on sale, 15 quid each. Join us for a proper farewell at London Coco, 12th of October. So it's not
somewhere in
13th.
Leicester by the looks of it as well.
So it's okay. Sorry, yeah, I didn't read that poster right. So we're playing Leicester Academy, O2 Academy, and also London. So go and check them out for the last time that they are Easy Life. I don't believe that's them saying they're breaking up, although it could be read as that.
There's a notes thing as well.
Ooh,
I don't think you've
rough.
seen, which did seem they were a bit like, we don't know what the next steps are, blah blah blah. But obviously, tricky time for them. I hope it works out.
What do you mean?
We all do.
They're having to change their name. It's not worked out, mate.
Well, no, but I mean, they're not for me, but people like them.
Well,
yeah, some people.
Good luck to them.
Can't imagine why. But yeah, so called it here on the Fools podcast, didn't we? We said we're gonna have to change the name. So
yeah, to be fair,
clairvoyance.
You may think we had an insider scoop there because that is pretty wild assumptions going on. But we just tend to be right here at the Fools and Hill podcast.
It's not cool being wrong.
Say that again.
It's not cool being wrong.
Brilliant. Shall we go on to Hotter?
Oh, Danny's in the chat.
It's too short now. Hotter.
Oh, it's a bad day.
What's been hot off the press today? This week?
Well, I'll tell you what was very hot, and very unexpected. Kevin Abstract.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this.
Blanket.
Mm.
What on earth was
Mm.
this? And please can I have more?
Yeah, very weird.
I don't think I've enjoyed anything by Brockhampton or Kevin Abstract because I've not given it enough time. But
Really?
this was pretty.
You won't find
the
anything
shit,
like
bro.
this. This is very
No,
strange.
well, no, I liked it though.
Very strong Alex G style
Very
in
Alex G.
vocals,
Yeah.
particularly.
Yeah, very interesting. From what I was reading, this is someone said this is very indicative of what the rest of the album is going to be. It sets the scene well. So this is his rock album, which I'm very excited about. Big talent, Abstract.
Kebab.
Kevab. See what happens.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, just next we've got a new release from English Teacher. With Nearly Daffodils. It feels nice to have an English Teacher song that has a bit of tempo to it. Because it felt like quite a lot of the Polly Orchid EP was just quite slow, as much as I enjoyed it. Some like nice bass, synthy stuff in the background. It's just a good English Teacher song, in my opinion. If you like English Teacher,
you have that opinion, Carl. Because for me, I just was not really that impressed. Music was all right, but I was not in the mood for these Sprechen Sie Deutsch vocal style. I thought we'd stop that, but we're back.
Yeah, it's you're right. You know, I didn't realize that was what was going on in my brain, but there was something that just felt like not right about this, and it's the fact that
seen it all before.
It's just not. Well, it's just not around anymore. I don't know what that is. People have started singing again, or all those bands are on like they're recording albums. They're not really putting anything out at the moment. But yeah, no, I didn't care for this really at all. If I'm being deadly honest.
So deadly. Stay away from him. Steve Bradshaw.
Damn. That's me.
Bye, everyone.
Blink-182 song, Dance With Me. Again, I found myself quite enjoying the actual music. And I don't know what's happening to me, guys. I'm about to buy some checkered Vans.
Oh, shit.
Just lend them off Liam.
A checkered van belt. That's what you want.
Wow.
It's not properly through the loops.
Not into the loops.
Yeah. It's just like on the side. Listen, I also kind of enjoyed listening to it, but then when I think any more about it, it really kills me off with cringe.
Yeah.
And it's hard. The intro especially.
The masturbation bit.
Oh, it made me want to crawl
that.
inside my own asshole. That's what I wanted to do. Masturbation, kids. But the do you know what? I think like it's all right. I don't know what their last masturbation I'm talking about. As long as you do it on your own.
Stop talking about kids and masturbation.
Yeah.
Who's talking about kids?
You did.
What did I say?
We're talking about you. Yeah, the song itself. I think I like Blink-182, guys.
You should listen to the older stuff because
no, I mean
superior.
I mean modern Blink-182.
Has anyone ever listened to like their last couple of albums?
No, don't be silly.
Yanni, did you ever try them?
I tried, mate, but
I'm just interested to know if it just sounded like this, but we're a bit more receptacle to it at this point, or if this is actually them becoming a bit better now that they are back together as a trio.
Yeah,
definitely not better than us though. I will say that this is my fave out of the songs they've released for this album so far. But the chorus was just so half-arsed.
Nah, I like that.
Yeah, no shit.
No, it was very 2002, and I just instantly transported back to being a 5-year-old.
Oh, the ole ole bit, is that the chorus?
Yeah. It's just like they could have done something so much better. Normally, the choruses aren't that simple.
I don't know. I think it works.
Well, it's no
I mean,
rock
it
show,
works,
is it?
but is it good? No. It's definitely no rock show. That's a different song altogether, Liam. Very astute of you. Speaking of
Stutes.
distinctly average,
Oh,
Carl's favourite Blossoms are back.
Yeah, they are.
Go on,
those
you
Go
talk
on.
about it.
flowery
No, go on.
lads.
You,
Go on.
you get it. No, you do it first, and then I'll pick them back up.
Well, like I said, distinctly average, better than a lot of the stuff they've released recently. I mean, we've had to cover Rhythm Around Your Bum when that got released, and I can't remember a single song off of that. Thankfully, this one was a bit better. I like the play between the female and female and male vocals, but yeah, you just know what you're getting, and it's a bit annoying. Like there's no change. It was very by the books, and it was too clean as well. Like I want them to just have an experimental album. Go fucking wild. Stop polishing everything off. Make it sound so clean and ready for the radio. Just go mental with it.
I completely agree with what you're saying, to be fair, but I do surprisingly like the song.
What?
One of my biggest gripes is that I've said it I think a couple of weeks ago. They just didn't follow Like Gravity after Foolish Love in Spaces. I'm sure Joe said on a podcast or on Twitter or something that that's the direction they were going to go with for the next album, and then they released Ribbon Around the Bomb. This is better than most of the stuff off Ribbon Around the Bomb. They've left EMI as well, so this is self-released.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw the label was different. I was a bit confused.
Yeah, apparently it's amicable. They didn't get dropped. They wanted to, whether or not they're spinning that, I don't know. They wanted to do it by themselves, apparently. Normally that occurs when there's a change in direction, and I wouldn't really say there's much of a change in direction. But I do like it. You could definitely hear the James and the New Order influence that they cited. And yeah, it's good.
So I did notice the odd SK Recordings is the name of the label because I spotted it on the single art, and I Googled it and found nothing. So I'm glad you've answered that. But what do we know what that means? Odd SK?
Didn't they have their own?
SK is Stockport. Yeah, they very clever records.
SK is Stockport.
Why is there a bubble around me? Did you see that then?
Who decided that Stockport is SK?
What would you do?
Who decided
Probably
that Real was LL?
ST? Oh, that's the postcode.
A post
Okay.
code.
Right,
SK2.
SK levels.
SK levels. So I am saying that I was not interested in the song. Sorry, I realised I haven't really mentioned the song, and I'm yet to hear anything that's slightly different from Blossoms, and I've not once. Callum, do you listen to Ribbon Around Your Ass much?
I don't really ever put it on as an album, but I've got a playlist consisting of all Blossom songs, and I enjoy the songs when they come on, but I've never put it on, despite having it on record 8 times.
Oh, I know that. There's an album. I know that feeling very well.
Maybe in the video, they're all there.
Gorgeous. So that's the place to set the match if you have an insurance claim.
Yeah.
Burn like hell, baby.
Last dinner party. Lovely Blossoms.
Lovely Blossoms. Last dinner party back. They've got another dinner party. I mean, at what point is it going to be the actual last dinner party?
Yeah. No,
I'm full
this
as
is
a fish.
the last dinner party.
I hope it's not, because, boys,
I
think these might be quite good.
Do you?
Oh, is that what you get from this? Is it?
I do, yeah.
That's what you're taking from this. Oh, okay.
Nothing Matters. I was
the
least keen. No,
let's give up.
I was the least keen out of the three of us on that one.
You're a fool.
I preferred Sinner.
So wrong.
Nothing Matters.
Nothing
Matters is on the new FIFA, and that has started to slap. This one, I think, again, is really good, and it's interesting. It just feels a bit weird, and I don't know. The chorus is great.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I do like how it changes up, keeps it interesting, even though it's only a short song as it is. Definitely better than Sinner. I think I still prefer Nothing Else Matters.
Oh, it's how it's called.
Nothing
That's
else
that's
matters.
that's Metallica.
Yeah.
Nothing matters. Not even song names anymore, apparently. Yeah, but I don't know. I think I need one more good song on the level of this or Nothing Matters for me to be like, they're a good band.
I'm very excited for an album.
Oh yeah.
I'm very wary of the wet leg paradox. Not really a paradox, where they just seem to have come out of nowhere and like blown up, and then
Release
the
a
album
bunch
was
of
just
good
a bit
singles and a shit
lackluster.
album. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, please don't do that last dinner party because I'm really enjoying these songs.
I don't really care for this song, if I'm being honest. It doesn't tick the boxes that I want it to. I've listened to Sinner a few times more since. Listened to it a few times today actually. And I'm getting into that a bit more. I don't like the chorus. I think the chorus is pretty weak. I think I could have done more. And Nothing Matters slaps hard. Slaps hard. And I just always think back to that first day and I was like, yeah, this is stupid.
Yeah, I remember
But
that.
maybe it's okay. And then realising it's the song of the year.
Within the span of half an hour, we were both on that same journey.
It was such a flip. Such a flip, bro. But this definitely is not doing that for me in any sense of word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I did like, surprisingly. Well, maybe not surprisingly, actually. Bull. Whatever the name
Don't
of that
talk
song
bull to me,
was.
boy.
Start anew.
That's it. Start anew.
Very positive, which I think I needed.
Yeah.
I needed something positive and good.
Yep.
And it ticked the boxes.
Fucking
It
love
tipped me.
this. Yeah, I completely agree, Yanni. It was like a ray of sunshine on my day.
Oh, it's
I
lovely.
loved it. I can't believe this band are from York.
I did ever tell you guys that
It's not the biggest disbelief.
Harrison, our old friend Harrison, lives in York and he knows them. Did I tell you that?
Oh no,
You did
you
not
know.
tell us that, no.
Yeah, he said. I was messaging him about seeing Pavement. Obviously, Bull supported Pavement, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm in the pub with the drummer now." I was like, "Oh, that's wild."
I remember that
But
conversation,
they're
I think.
pretty local, guys.
Local
I don't know what
band,
it's
yeah.
supposed to
Local
mean.
people.
Like, obviously, I'm not saying they should be locked away in a tower, but
Local to somewhere, Liam.
they're very good, is what I'm trying to say, and it's kind of wild that they aren't bigger. I think that's what I'm trying to say here. They feel like they should be a much bigger band than
Do
they
I
are.
say that then?
I think I might have said it
Eventually.
somewhere along the way. But yeah, this song's quality. I very, very much enjoy it. It's very happy times. Sorry? Was that a burp I heard there?
No.
Oh.
Unless it was from Yanni.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you mean.
But yeah, this is great. It really it follows on well from that brief EP that they put out last year.
Oh yeah, listened to that the other day as well. It's good that.
Quality and their debut album, which have you guys ever given a proper listen to?
I've
Did
got
you buy
it on
it?
vinyl.
Yeah,
Oh.
you got it dead cheap, you bastards.
It was like £2 on Amazon or something,
Yeah,
wasn't
it
it?
was very nice. But have you listened to it, Colin? That's my real question.
Yeah,
Okay.
not on wax, on
Yeah, I listened to it.
the streamers.
Because honestly, I think very, very high hit rate from Bull. Very high.
I agree.
Whenever a song of theirs
25,000
comes on
monthly
shuffle,
listeners.
it's yeah, that's what I mean. It's mad. It's
Yeah. I've got
Mad.
Stuck and Tired of Being Treated Like a Turtle on my work playlist, and they are just both great songs.
I mean, they support Pavement.
Yeah.
I mean, hang on. Let me just take that statement back because I don't think that applies to all supporters of Pavement.
Definitely not him.
Particularly
Definitely
the
not.
one we saw. But still pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Anything else to talk about, guys?
Well, there's one song left. Do you have anything to say about it?
Not that you want.
Let's leave it then.
Oh, that's upsetting.
Let's leave it.
Okay.
That would have been a good clip. That.
Skip straight past that. There's another bunch of tunes have come out. Heatmiser.
Oh yeah.
They
I forgot about these.
Third Man
Don't worry about it.
Records have released. Well, there's one you should have listened to because it's pretty good. But Third Man Records have re-released their first Heatmiser's first cassette release,
Get it out.
which featured a few songs from their first album and a couple of others. They've re-released that because it's like impossible to get hold of, as well as some from a single, which also I believe is hard to get hold of, alongside a load of demos, unheard live performance, and finished songs, which have been mixed by one of the guys from Heatmiser. So most of that, is what it is. There's a bunch of old songs there. The ones from the cassette basically just sound like the album, the first album. There's a couple that weren't on the album. They're not that great. The demos sound like demos. But the songs that don't have a hyphen next to them, which are the ones that are like real full songs, honestly, I enjoyed them all. Oh, have you got brackets, John? Have you got brackets?
Yeah, on Apple it's
you've got
brackets.
Oh, I've got a hyphen.
Brackets.
I enjoyed them all. I've really thought like they all sounded great, which obviously benefits from the remix. There's some great songwriting on show there, some great Heatmiser stuff. It felt like a very good. They felt like they were possibly written between like Mike City Sons and the first album somewhere. They not that they were written. Actually, sorry. Let me fix what I'm trying to say here. They've got the sound of the whole discography. That's what I'm trying to say. But with quite a bit of energy. And I enjoyed listening to them. But I know there's one that Yanni, you might want to talk about.
Cover.
The cover.
The cover, everyone. There's a cover of Revolution on here, and
Beatles
it's
song.
very good. Very good. Guitar tones are stonking on this. Pretty solid cover, to be fair. It's probably my highlight from this whole thing.
Yeah,
the rest of it just wasn't asked about at all, I'm afraid.
Yeah, the cover is really, really good. It's so I don't know. It sounds almost like they've just put the Beatles track on, like it's played so well. They've obviously stuck to the original stuff very closely. I'm losing my words here, guys. I'm losing my ability to words. But I can tell you it was written originally apparently for an advertisement, but was not used and was scrapped. But they've
seems like something that would be on a movie from like the late 90s, like an American rom-com kind of thing.
Scooby-Doo.
Or Scooby-Doo, yeah.
Or like American Pie or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, really good.
You know, Say Yes was on American Pie.
It makes sense. I can imagine it in a somber
not one of the
moment.
original ones though, like.
Oh, like a later one, like a fucking
I think it was
college one or something.
Book of Love or something like that.
Oh,
so like one with not
that
even the original casting.
I know the ones you're talking about. Weird. But yeah, I would recommend if you're a fan of Heatmiser checking out those middle bunch of non-hyphenated, brackinated songs, because like Lay and Low I thought was pretty good and Man Camp pretty good.
I like. Is it Glamborine or is that what it's called?
Yeah, Glamourine. Yeah.
Glamborine. That was good.
Yeah, they're pretty solid songs. But that's that, and that's Hot of the Press, is it? Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Before we move on to more music, which we didn't discuss beforehand, like we said we would, but I'm just going to assume we're doing the utmost.
I'll try.
Yeah, go on, just purely for the thumbnail.
But I do want to say, should we maybe talk? Have we watched anything lately? We haven't talked about that.
I've watched many things.
Also got a rapid that we can do as well.
Oh, this guy's rapid.
Rapido. There's been a lot that has been on the telly box this week. We could talk about sex education. I've now finished that. If the boat hasn't sailed.
No.
I think it sailed.
Over it now. Everyone talks to
Okay.
Callum, 3 words.
Beckham.
3 words. Tell us the sex education finale. What you thought of it.
Didn't really care.
There you go.
That was good though.
Words,
Fair play.
Yeah.
You did do it in 3 words. Yeah.
Fair play, fella.
As you've alluded to, very clearly, Beckham. As you said the word Beckham. Yanni, have you seen any of the Beckham doc on Netflix?
I've not, no.
No, you do surprise me.
You should.
It is genuinely. It is actually good though. I don't think you really need to be that into football to watch it.
Well, it's
I
almost
understand the rules.
It's
you know?
It's almost as good. I won't say it's as good, but The Last Dance obviously was universally loved by anyone that's watched it because it's an incredible documentary. Did you not watch it?
Yeah.
The Michael Jordan.
You
really should,
div.
because that is a genuinely very, very good documentary series.
Yeah, it is.
And this is good as well. I won't say equally as good. It's not as good, but it's it's universal to people that don't understand football. It explains what needs to be explained. It's mostly about Beckham himself and his relationship with Victoria and the press and football, and there's a lot of appearances from ex-teammates, some big names. I recognised all of them. Cantona's on there, yeah. Cantona's on there. All the Real Galacticos, they're all on. I was surprised. Listen,
look at him.
I watched it.
Mr. Soccer.
Soccer FC. I was surprised they managed to get Fat Ronaldo and all the boys.
You can't call him that. Ronaldo Nazario.
Oh, sorry. I thought that's what you was known by professionally.
That gives the impression of a different Ronaldo,
One of the
my friend.
best players ever.
That's what everyone says. Listen, I don't like football, but I know football fans say that, so I feel entitled to say that. Online.
Oh, no. Online.
But yeah, Ronaldo and Roberto Carlos. These are all names. Zizou, yeah, of course, Zinedine Zidane. All the names. I realised that this was my.
Can I just ask before you? Do you know who Michel Soldado is? I think that's his name. Even I don't know his name. You recognise him, do you?
No, I don't recognise that name.
Okay. Well, carry on then.
Why? Who's that?
Because he was on there, and I was just like, that is some ball knowledge.
What was he? What was he speaking?
He played for. Yeah, he was the long-haired one who was Spanish but speaking.
Oh
English.
yeah. I noticed that he had not aged at all from.
No. I don't think that's because he
looks
looks good now. I think that's because he looked pretty poor back then.
Absolutely. He looked rough back then.
Images him now, and he
looks great now.
Yeah.
He looks great.
He played for Blackburn Rovers, which
he's grown into his age.
Do you know what? I feel like I'm going to say. I did recognise Landon Donovan as a Everton player.
Yeah.
As a toffee.
Up at the Toffees.
Brief toffee.
He signed my Everton shirt once. And I said, "Can you write to Callum?" And he went, "What was that, Carlin?"
That was great. I loved when he got all pissy about Beckham leaving. But yeah, I realised that that's my time. If there's any time in football where I know a little bit about football, it was that kind of early period when we were like 5 to 8. Say they're the few years that I seemed to absorb any football knowledge, which was great because it meant I enjoyed watching it and could like remember some of the key moments and stuff. But as a series, it's only 4 episodes. Very enjoyable watch. There's some things that I wish it went into a bit more. Like it mentioned about Beckham cheating, didn't mention it again, which was weird.
Kind of didn't confirm it, but didn't deny it.
Yeah, at all.
Definitely happened. Allegedly.
Yeah. But yeah, it was very interesting. I'll say that one more time. And great footage. So much footage from obviously all football games are televised and what have you, but so much footage from when he was younger. His dad's got something like 1,600 videos of him playing football or something, which is insane.
That's too much.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of hard drive space. That should be some questions raised there. Sorry, so you want to buy another hard drive? That's. I'm not implying anything there, by the way. Dude, let's not take this to court.
Should we move on from that swiftly?
But yeah, you should watch it anyway. Have you got anything to add about
never
Beckham?
Will. No, you should watch it. I like David Beckham a lot more than I thought I did.
He's not a guy, and Victoria's pretty alright as well.
Yeah, she was funny.
I know Lydia was like, she was kind of went into it about like, she's boring, blah blah. I was like, I've seen her on some things, and she seems to be, well spirited, and
I like the Ali G interview that they had. Yeah. This is like way back when. They're good guests on that. They take the jokes very well.
That's referenced on the documentary where he says to Victoria about the boy has your boy been learning spellings or something, and then she says, and then he goes, and how about Brooklyn? Just quality Ali G.
Yeah, they do just seem like normal people, which is obviously must be quite hard to do after 20 odd years of their lifestyle. So fair play. I'd like to go for a pint with David Beckham. So nice. If you're about David,
yeah, popping.
Yeah.
Can I just say,
just buy Guinness.
can I just say, Callum, I don't know if you agree with this. I didn't like the presenter, the host.
It's a presenter.
No,
the American guy?
the interviewer. Yeah, the American guy. He was too like, yeah,
American.
man. But he was like, that was shit, bro, to like the footballers. And I thought, who are you? Who are you speaking to? People like that?
No, I do. I suppose he's just trying to invoke
Maybe.
Evoke
I just didn't think he
a reaction. Just
shouldn't have been American.
he's he's probably trying to push him in to get their authentic self, but I do kind of get where you're coming from.
I just want their inauthentic selves, personally. Give me the TV play.
Be fake, please.
Yeah. Talking of...
Oh.
Who's going to break the silence?
One of you, go. Come on.
Go on, Jan.
I was just going to say, I watched The Godfather Part II the other day.
Oh,
Well, I finished watching it.
Come to me.
It was very good. Couldn't understand the politics. It's an old film, very difficult to grasp, but fantastic film.
Is it set in Italy?
No.
Where?
Part of it is. Sorry. No, Sicily.
Sicily. So it's mostly American politics.
When I say politics, I don't mean.
Oh, you mean mafia politics?
Yes.
Okay, right. Okay, family.
Family.
Amelia.
Familia.
Talking of watching old films, I watched American Psycho.
Go on, Cal.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So amazing.
Absolutely. I was genuinely pissing myself throughout the vast majority of it. Liam, honest to God, mate, watch it as soon as you can. It's so good. Christian Bale is absolutely unbelievable.
He's going to watch it right now.
What's it available on?
It's fed up there.
I don't actually know. I think I watched it on Amazon.
Amazon.
I think
The
so.
rainforest.
Yeah, absolutely.
exactly
The
what
living
it is.
rainforest in real.
Shall I put it on now so we can just all watch it?
Yeah, we'll watch along. Why not?
Live
That's not
streaming.
illegal.
Might get some views though.
I will.
Please do. That's your homework for this week.
Talking
Let's come back.
about laughing. Something that I realised I've not mentioned, and it's been a while since I actually finished watching it. But I watched all of Arrested Development. And
Oh, yeah?
Yanni, I know you're a good chunk of the way through there.
Good old chunk.
And I would honestly say I loved it. And I didn't want to stop watching it while I was watching it. You know, every spare second I had, I'd throw it on. It's genuinely hilarious that Let me just preface one thing. The original 3 series, I'm going to say, the writing's incredible, the story's incredible, the characters are incredible, the acting's incredible. You can't get much better than that. The situations are brilliant. I think I have started to rewatch it, and I'm struggling a little bit of rewatching it. I don't know if you can kind of see why that might be, Yanni, but I feel like
it's very
dense.
It's episodic. Is that the word? Where it's not like Sunny, where like every episode
stuff follows
its own
through.
thing. It's like there's a through line.
There are self-contained situations in each episode, but there are there's very much a through line, and so I'm finding it hard to kind of rewatch and have quite the same enjoyment, which I'm shocked because I thought I would, and I honestly thought it might take Always Sunny's spot for a little while.
What?
For a little while. I've just at the moment got absolutely no want to watch Always Sunny. And part of that comes from watching Arrested Development and realising that I think that there are parts of that are funnier than most of Always Sunny. I think that the thing that Always Sunny is missing, especially the last bunch of seasons, is they've got the characters, they've got the actors, but the writing's just not there. I'm rewatching and watching those first 3 seasons of Arrested Development. The writing is so on point and better than probably any writing in Always Sunny, if I'm being honest. The way that some of that stuff links together, there's some of the jokes that are so minute. Yanni, I don't know if you know like the jokes with like the bench, where like they're sat and blocking half the writing. Are you at the situation where Buster's had a situation with Lucille?
Yes.
Yeah. And briefly before that, he's sat on a bench and he's blocking the writing that says, I think he's covering it so it says something like one arm instead of one something
Yeah.
army.
Yeah.
There's just
For
so
me,
many
mate,
games.
the best thing that's happening so far, and I'm midway through season 3, is the Bob
Bob Loblaw.
Blob Law.
Bob Loblaw. Yeah.
So stupid, but it's great.
All the and
And-
stuff. Her? That was
You know,
great.
yeah,
Pulling her egg.
never remember. That one episode I messaged you about, where I was like, this might be the best episode.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Is it the one where they do the karaoke, or is that a separate episode?
Oh, when they keep singing this. What song is it? They keep singing the same song at karaoke multiple
Afternoon
times,
Delight.
and they realise at a point that it's completely inappropriate.
Yeah.
It just keeps happening. It's
Oh, this
honestly
is a bit of an inside
fantastic.
joke situation, isn't it?
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's not a great spectator
Cal,
sport.
you
this,
should
guys.
really, really watch it. It's really fantastic. Now, I will say, season 4 and 5, as anyone that's aware of Arrested Development knows, it gets a bit dicey. Gets a little bit dicey, and that's not always. It's because it was.
Sunny in Philadelphia.
It's not always Sunny in Philadelphia. Season 4, particularly, it's because the writing's too ambitious, and it gets just a bit too messy. And also, there are a lot of scheduling issues, which means there's like people that can't be together at certain times. Season 5 is the same. And also, I watched this really interesting thing on YouTube called why it was a shit show. The episode was Part 2, Divisive Development, and talked about how they didn't know it was going to be the last season, and so Netflix, without the writers knowing, split the release in half. So they released half the episodes first, and then they waited like 8 months to release the rest without any information to anyone. And in that time, that doesn't make sense what I'm about to say, but the writer managed to then basically retcon a bunch of the stuff to make it the ending, though it wasn't originally intended. So there's a bunch of like re-recorded dialogue over existing scenes, so mouths don't match with audio and stuff, which is a massive shame. It's a massive shame because it's still really funny, and the characters are still really good, and the acting's still really good, but they just kind of weren't given the right space. It's just a massive shame, basically. But I would definitely say Yanni carry on watching, because there's so many great moments. Just Job is played by Will Arnett. Some of the scenes in season 4 and 5 of him are just unbelievable. So good.
What was the one that I told you about where he starts like he can't like speak?
Should I? Just can't get it out.
You need to watch that.
And the episode where he's like, "Oh, the guy in the $6,300 suit."
Oh yeah.
It just keeps
it's that episode,
upping the price. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Right, let's
So
move
good.
on from
Please.
Arrested Development.
Sorry.
Don't feel like I need to watch it anymore.
You should.
You definitely.
Anything else on the telly box before we move on
No,
to
Callum,
music.
some albums?
Callum,
Hello.
Big Brother.
Oh yeah. I'd quite like to go and watch it, to be honest. So
But you've missed most of it.
yeah, well, it's on tape, mate. Sky customer.
Oh, so this guy with the dollars.
You know.
It's been
Yeah,
it's been a
anyone
good
on
start,
Sky Sports.
I think.
It has been quite a good start. Yeah. I hate Olivia.
Oh, big time, big style.
Absolutely hate her. Yeah,
But a
not
real return to roots. And worth a watch if you ever watched Big Brother.
absolutely big fan. Yes. Rapid review.
Make it rapid. Time starts.
Dogstar. Okay.
Do it again.
When does my time start, Liam?
No.
Dogstar. Somewhere between the power lines and palm trees. Let's be real, everybody. If this wasn't Keanu Reeves, this would not be listened to.
Yes.
It was perfectly fine. I thought it had some decent choruses, but it's not really for me. Or
It's
so I
very
thought.
Okay. Fucking
Because
hell,
as
really
I
got
went,
them.
as I carried on, I was thinking, with every passing song, there's got something to it. This
Oh.
Jay-Z
I'm
here.
enjoying this. Yeah, absolutely. It took all my power not to send that gif in the chat so I could perplex you as we speak. Overhang
Consider me
probably my
perplexed.
favourite song. I also really liked Lust. Fair Play. It was all right. It was better than just being a novelty album because Keanu Reeves plays bass. And
Yeah.
I know they were a band before that. I know that. I know it's not a novelty thing, but credit where it's due. It was fine for what it was.
That's great. I honestly
Yeah,
forgot about it, or I would have listened. Have you listened to it, Jan?
Yeah.
Oh. Please, take the floor.
Well, I won't be here for long. It sounds very much like what you'd expect a bunch of guys in their 50s to be making. Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
but it was all right, and like you say, it didn't feel like something that was done just because, like, Keanu's like a massive movie star now. Let's just make an album to get attention on it. It seems like they all actively wanted to make an album, and this is what they would have done, and they did. So
I'm definitely going to give it a
Absolutely.
listen, I think, because just skipping through it the other day, I thought it all sounded very good. Like, it wasn't... like,
I'll say very
better
good.
than I was expecting,
fine.
maybe I'll say.
Yes,
I was
I'll
like,
give
oh,
you that
these, like, it sounds like some good guitar sounds here. Like, this sound, skipping halfway through a song randomly, I was like, oh, this is picking up quite well. Yeah, I'll definitely give that a go.
Please do.
And let's move on before we abandon all hope. Did you get a jingle? Love that. Ethan P. Flynn, the man of the hour. Busy guy, apparently. We talked about this last week, whenever it was. Newly, freshly, and eagerly anticipated album, that's the right word, Abandon All Hopes, is out now. We covered the Behemoth Crude Oil last week. And we'll probably talk about it again. Someone jump in.
Do you know what?
Oh wow. Okay.
I need to fix it.
Yeah, I like this album a lot more than what I was anticipating, despite looking forward to it, if that makes sense. I was a little bit worried that I was just kind of not care when it came to a full body of work,
Yes.
but
Does
I
make sense.
think it does a lot with kind of a little. On the surface, if you just listen to it, it does feel quite samey, but there's just something to it that just keeps me interested. I don't know if it's the emotion or I'm a sucker for strings. I am a big fan of everything that was on this record. I don't want to say this negatively, but he kind of feels like the British Father John Misty. And I don't want that to be misconstrued because I'm just saying that as a compliment.
Father John misconstrued.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, I really, yeah,
Cheers,
well
guys.
done.
Thanks, guys.
Abandon All Hope, the actual song itself, amazing. Absolutely love that song. The vocals on Demolition, the ending track, I was a bit worried when I saw there was a song after Crude Oil, but I think it works absolutely perfectly. The delivery is quite Nick Cave, and I was a big fan of that. Do you know what? Very good album. Up there with what I've heard so far this year.
Definitely, that's a statement I can get on board with. Yeah, I was a bit the same in terms of like I like what we listened to, but I didn't know I was really here when it came to listening to everything. But all the tracks were great. I had an enjoyable time. Sort of one that is definitely going to grow on me as well. The more time I have with it. But it's very, very unique. I felt like I couldn't really pinpoint anything that I could relate to it. His voice sounds like someone from a different band that I can't remember. I don't know if it'll come to me when Liam starts talking. It probably will because I like to rudely interrupt people on this podcast.
Thanks for stopping. I mean, I mirror all your thoughts. I really enjoyed my time with this album, and I think, yeah, what you said there, Yanni, about just not being able to pinpoint what this album is kind of going for it's a really interesting kind of perspective to have when listening to an album, while also, hearing very basic instruments, but so many different ones and such musicianship across all of them. It's a very, very interesting album by someone who's clearly very talented, and his voice, especially by the end of the last song, was I love it. Love it. It's grown to have such a homely effect, almost a calming effect on me. I think that when listening back to it, it just felt like this is chill. Even the songs that get a bit hectic and a bit much, still sit right in my brain. Yeah, a really big fan. And yeah, I think Abandon All Hope is one of the highlights for me. The way that song starts is just great. Really great.
Absolutely.
Have
you got this on record, Liam?
I will have.
Yeah, you did order it. Yeah.
I will have. Yeah. Which I'm very happy about because I do think it's one that's going to stand the test of time. I feel like this is a monumental is probably a big word, but I do mean it in the sense of like it's stuck its stake in the ground. Do you know what I mean? For generations to come. I think it's something that people will rediscover one day. Because it perfectly encapsulates kind of all the different sounds that are going on at the moment, and it's completely unique at the same time. And just kind of presents them in a new and exciting way, and I love it. I'm a big fan. Genuinely a big fan.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Well, it's been a while, but shall we rate?
I think we should.
It's a very good idea. Thanks, guys.
I wish I gave it more time because I think I'm on the way to an exceptionally high score.
Yes, indeed.
But for now, and this is through no fault of your own, Ethan, I'm going to give it an 8.
Nice. That's interesting. I wish I'd spent more time with it before we've been able to record this today. I'm quite glad that I've spent a lot of time with the singles, so at least they're quite fresh in my mind. But I can't find any fault with it. Even crude oil, that's such an easy one to be like, that's too long. It's not though, is it? It's all right.
It's not,
I could take more. If you could think of more, if you could think of something else to add on to the end of that that's different and as interesting as the rest of it, I'd happily take those motifs again a few times. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Comfortably.
For the exact same points you just made there, Liam, I'm also going to give it a 9.
Wow.
This is a big boy. Boy.
Oh, yeah.
This is a 9 out of 10. Foolish score. Unprecedented. It is precedented. But it's been a while.
This is the highest rated album of the year.
Is it?
I feel like
we've not had a 9 yet.
We've had no 9s.
I don't think
sure?
so. I can't.
Individual
I can't
9s. We've had
into...
individual 9s, haven't we? Surely.
Yes,
yeah,
but we haven't had a collective. I can't get onto Notion because I need to fucking verify
let me see if I can quickly get onto
it.
I'm on it. Hang on. Let me just. Is it?
Can you also add this to the table? Because
you're asking too much.
Yeah, I mean, this is far too much. Is there a way for me to sort descending? Yes, there is. That's quite handy. Well, okay. So it gets a 9 by virtue of that's the mean number, not the mean.
However,
the mode. Sorry, the mean average. We've had 2 other albums that have had 2 9s and an 8. Okay, one of which being Foo Fighters, which I think we can all just agree was a weak spot.
I had 2 9s and an 8.
It was a weak spot, but you two fuckers.
Yeah, no, I like it, but I don't think it's a 9.
Yeah, we were pretty soppy. And Jacob Slater, which was the same score. Me and Yanni both gave it a 9. Cam, you gave it an 8. Which, like, I don't disagree with. I've listened to that recently. Although, I think if I had to say,
I prefer this to Pinky.
I think this is my favourite of the year. Yeah, which is crazy considering
it's such an inaccessible album, isn't it? On paper, it's such an inaccessible album, and yet.
Oh, is this your favourite of the year? Is it, Carl?
Arguably, yeah.
Arguably.
I can't think. Maybe there are other ones that I've individually enjoyed more. I don't know.
I think for me it might be. I'm looking at some of these.
I think this has got the highest. I think this has got the highest highs. Whether or not I enjoy it the most, I don't know if enjoy is the right word.
I think the thing that makes this different for me is that it's got no lows.
Yeah, I get you.
And I'm looking at here like Geese. There are a couple on there I'm not that bothered about.
Nah, I'm more asked about singles on there.
And it's the same with a few of these albums that I'm looking at here.
Gorillaz is up there for me. I've just seen it, and I forgot that came out this year. But
I love the Billy No Mates album, love the Dominic Fike album, but and Lemon Twigs, but they all have flaws. Whereas this, I think possibly because it's just so unique, is like you can't really fault it. The fact that I think I said this to you guys, that the fact that he managed to write a 16.5-minute song, and didn't just after like 9 minutes wasn't like, yep, that's great, but somehow thought of more and more and more and more, and then came to a satisfying end, is unheard of. Really quite fascinating.
You're not wrong, mate.
Like, I don't listen. I'm looking at my like main playlist, and the longest song on there is Gold Tone by Kurt Vile. It's just 10.5 minutes. I've never listened to the full 10 minutes. Never. I get like 4 minutes in, and that's it. 1% of 1, 9 minutes. I'd probably listen to all of that. But that's only 9 minutes long. Crazy album. Well done, Eve.
Well done, mate. Nostar, pal.
That's
Nostar indeed.
Yeah.
But is that yeah.
Well, I never outro.
You did rush into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I was just nudging us there. I wasn't saying it has to end right this second.
Oh, okay. Is there anything else to talk about?
Not really, no. But you've made it seem like there is.
Nothing. Okay. Well, I'll say then. Nostar, pal.
Dogstar, pal.
Full Vow, big bye.